What is an ETF? This is the simplest and safest way to invest. An ETF, or exchange traded fund, invests in bonds and shares in one particular area. So this fund gathers together a group of shares in companies and invest in them, and you in turn invest in the ETF. So you get exposure to many companies in a particular area, but you only have to make one investment. The ETF goes to the trouble of making all the individual investments. An example is the FTSE 100. Now, if you want to get exposure to the top 100 companies on the London Stock Exchange, you could make 100 transactions and buy shares in all the 100 companies, or alternatively you can buy some shares in an ETF that tracks the FTSE 100. The ETF actually goes to the trouble of buying all the shares. There are ETFs, or exchange traded funds, for all areas of investments. Say you want exposure to the renewable energy market. One ETF is iShares Global Clean Energy. And what this ETF does, or exchange traded fund, is invest in about 30 top companies that are involved with the clean energy, such as wind, solar, etc. Another one is, if you want to get into an area you're not really sure of, and one is VanEck Vectors Video Game and Esports. Now this does all the research and finds the companies that are heavily involved or doing well in this area, and they buy the shares in the companies, and all you've got to do is buy the one share or shares in that particular ETF, which is VanEck Vectors Video Gaming and Esports. If you wanted to get exposure to the Chinese market, you could try and hunt out some shares in Chinese companies and buy individual ones, or again you could actually have a look at iShares China Large Cap. Now this ETF invests in large Chinese companies, so all you have to do to get exposure to all the large Chinese companies is to buy a share in iShares China ETF. Now, so from this, I hope you now realise that an ETF takes all the work and does it for you. So if you want to invest in a particular area, all you've got to do is find a particular ETF that covers an area you're interested in and invest in that ETF. But before you invest, you must do your own research once you've narrowed your choice of ETF down, and see if you're comfortable with it and if they are sort of moving in the right direction. So I hope you found this little presentation of interest. When I first started investing, I wasn't sure what an ETF was, and I had to do a lot of poking about and then reading up to find out what one was. But I hope this little video does give you a clearer understanding. So till next time, I bid you a really successful investing adventure.